welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Jerry Mboweni, certified life coach, NLP practitioner. Also, the book called 11:59:59, an ex-junk last-minute victory, drug counselor, a community builder. So that is naturally what I do. And today I'm going to speak about chemical dependence is a family disease. Or other way we can say drugs and alcohol addiction is a chemical disease, meaning that it's not only impacts you. When we smoke drugs, our action impact other people. So we are going to understand today the impact on the family member when one person is using drugs. How does it impact the whole family member? I had a story. In fact, let me share this story quickly. When somebody using drugs in the family, sometimes the family is split. The family split. Some say kick him out of the house. Some they say apply hard rules. Some say forgive them. So everybody in the house, when the person is using drugs, they get affected. Let's say let's start with the son. Let's say is a son in the house is using drugs, and in that particular house there is mother, father, and other sibling. The entire family then become separated. The focus is all putting in this particular person who actually smoke drugs. And sometimes the family member, they even neglect those people who are doing well. Let's say the sibling, let me give you an example. So the son, maybe his older son who is using drugs. The sibling, they're young and they're doing well at school. And they will come with their report and say, hey, mom or dad, I'm doing very well, I passed. The celebration will be very lit. Oh, congratulations, finish. And they feel that they are not to be heard and they are not to be seen. So that's what the impact. I know a guy who said that when I was using drugs, my child school performance dropped. You see, because my child school performance dropped because the behavior of the person is using drugs is affecting other people. So let me just quickly share to you the behavior of the people who are surrounding the people that are using drugs. Number one, if you are using drugs, people surrounding, they start to have the sense of fear. They don't know how to approach. They don't know what kind of mood you are going to have when you enter inside the house. My own personal story, my father was alcoholic. I grew up in fear as a young boy. I fear what is going to happen. Is he going to fight tonight? What is going to happen when we come back? So people around you started having this experience of fear. Those are the behavior of the people who are living, the effect of the drugs that people are living. Then people start feeling, some family members start to feeling the sense of worthlessness. In other words, they don't feel good enough. Let's say is a husband that will smoke in the house, and the wife will like, hey, how come he because when we smoke, when we're addicted, we spend most of their time with drugs. How come he doesn't spend most of the time with us? He's always out. They start feeling not good about themselves. If there's kids in the house, they start to feel, oh, how come my dad is drinking too much? Maybe I am the problem. You know, the sense of guilt start kicking on in the house. Did we do the right things or for him? Or it's because of me that why he smoke? There's all of this stuff is started to share and it started to affect everybody in the house. So other family member start to feel ashamed about it. I know a family member told me before that he said to me, Jerry, you know what? My son is on drugs and I don't even attend a family meeting anymore with my sisters and my brother. And I say, hey, how come? He said, yeah, because I am ashamed of my son. Whenever we visit the family, they always talk about the successful of their kids. My one is smoke drugs. I really feel ashamed. I don't. So shame start to kick inside the house. Just this is only one family member. So maybe you have a sister or brother, they start feeling ashamed because of your behavior around you. Then it's cigarettes. They started an addiction love to operate on a cigarettes to hide it. Remember I said the family split. When the family split, some of them will wanted to hide the excess or the intents of the particular person using drugs. So what they will do, they will minimize the way you use drugs. Let me give you a clear example. Let's say there's a father who is always like to put harsh rules, or we call them the prosecutor, who always wants to prosecute him. Then there will be a mother or an aunt, whoever another person takes a role of want to be a rescuer. You want to rescue this person. For them to be able to rescue this person, they will have to hide some of the consequences of this person is doing. Give you an example. One day this lady said to me, you know what, Jerry, I have these 25 pieces of nice silver stain pots. Nice one, packed in a box, and this box lives in my room. And he said, when I was cleaning the house the other day, I decided to clean up there, and this box feel a little bit funny. So I opened, and I found that all the pots was gone. My son sold it and replaced with bricks. And then she said, and I said, wow, this is bad. And she said to me, and I can't tell my husband, because if I tell my husband, it's going to kill him. And I said, that's what addiction like it. Addiction, when the person who smokes drugs says that you are covered up or you are hiding for it, it's going then to strive. It's going more to strive it. So you see, you can see the family, the behavior of our addiction person, the dishonest of addiction person now started to enter in the family member. Who, if he's a mother, will even started cover up for his son. And maybe, you know, those people, they wake up in the morning, babalas, and they'll say their mom or their wife or whoever it is close to them, please call my boss and tell I'm sick. So we start cover up, and addiction love. So it's strive. So it affects you, because you now take an addiction person behavior and put it in. They force you to lie. You also lie. The other thing that happened in this particular family or of addiction house is that poor communication. Majority of the time, we respond according to the addiction person the way they are. So when they're happy, we're a little bit happy. When they come and they start swearing and fighting, we start fighting. Some of the family members, they have not a 5 minutes communication with the person who smokes without shouting and frustrating. It's frustrating, shouting, and all those other things. Loss of control, you know, the loss of control to protect the other family member in the house. All attention goes to the family member. That's what you need to understand. Inability to know their own feelings. Majority of the time, these people in that particular relationship of where there's an addict person, the other family member, they actually doesn't even know how they feel anymore. They froze their own emotion. Their only focus is to rescue that particular person. And majority of the time, we got in a problem by doing that, because that is then become the behavior that we always doing. As a result, we say that addiction is a family disease. The person who smokes drugs is addicted to a drug of choice, and the family member are addicted to them. Now, here's the thing. This behavior is not for every family member. Some family member, it does not affect, so they don't behave. But if you are a family member and you are living with someone who is addicted, and you experience what I've just shared, you fear, worthlessness, guilty, shame, you hide it, poor communication, lost control, it means that you are codependent. In other words, your response to life, your response to life are affected with that particular person. If you are that person, you need help. As an addict person, and sometimes you need to get help before an addict person change, because when you change, everything around you will change. So if you carry on with this particular behavior, an addict person like this behavior, and that way the behavior is carrying. So you need to change, and I'm going to put a part 2 of this video, what to do for you to carry on to change, so that a family member, the behavior, they do not affect you. Thank you very much for listening until here. If you listen until here, and here's the gift for you. I'm going to give you a free half an hour one-on-one coaching session in any area of your life, not only addiction. I'm a certified life coach. So you can book for that. You can say to me, yeah, Jerry, I've watched your video and I would like to book the session with you. And I will be glad help you to help you on that area of your life that you need help. And if today is your first time and if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscription button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification. Make sure that you hit the notification so that every time I upload the video, you'll be the first one to be notified. And if today is your first time and you have not heard my story, I went from being a homeless beggar and drug addict. In fact, I was homeless for one and a half year. I live in the street for 11. I was drug addict for 11 years of my life. I'm currently 19 years clean. Praise God for that. As I said, I'm a certified life coach and author of the book called 1159. So that is my nutshell, is my story. Thank you very much for always coming back and watching my video. I really appreciate the feedback that I'm getting. And God bless you. You may carry on to continue and work on yourself. See you on my next video. God bless you. Bye for now. Peace.